This is the Headless Headhunter, and I am doing a resume review of Magical Pig, who is looking for a full stack software engineer. I love that name. It is hilarious. So, the things we're going to be looking for are going to be right down here TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and full disclosure. I feel like I'm missing one that I haven't been able to quickly find. If it comes to me during it, I'll let you know. But those are going to be the things we're going to need. In addition, we want a primary language, so Python or Java. I guess C too, but I rarely ever see full stack for C. Then we want React, Angular, Next.js, API, Docker. You don't have to have all of those on that line. You just need some of them. And then again, same thing with the next one. Anything with cloud, AWS, GCP, Azure, whatever. You don't need all of them. You just need one of them. And then SQL, anything with SQL, literally anything with SQL. Post SQL, MySQL, any of those. And bonus points if you have AI, ML, or anything along those lines. So, um, without further ado, let me actually review your resume. I immediately hate the format. Not trying to be cruel to start off, but this is not a great format. Um, so I dislike this entire section. Um, because this is sort of just a blob of words. It doesn't show your competency with them or where you use them at. So like I guess you are C, so this is a case where C, C sharp. But like you listed Python, Java, and C sharp. Typically, a manager is only going to want one of those, maybe two, in addition to these JavaScript, TypeScript, CSS, HTML. I don't like all of this. I do like that you can see AWS, but like again, this is too many words out of nowhere, and it doesn't give you a good description of how you did it. And it's very possible a recruiter may not see all of that. So they're going to scroll down. Yeah, your employment history starts at the very bottom, which is not good. In addition, it looks like you were only there for a couple of months. That's not that great either. But it's a one-time thing. The employment market is weird. Let me look at these other stuff. This one, yeah, so this is a large amount of experience. So this is also why I hate these giant blobs, is because the bullet points are going to be your main, well, points in your resume. And it takes me until page 2 to find your actual bullet points where it has the majority of your experience. It is highly probable that somebody will scroll down here and maybe even miss employment history. Hopefully not. But then they'd only see this, which is a couple of months, and this, which is about a year, and they may not get to this, which is phenomenal. Like you've been that this place for 10 years. That is a solid amount of work history, but the way you're showcasing it does not show that. So let me go to the actual bullet points. Build custom SharePoint web parts using React, Angular, and Node.js, including an LLM based virtual assistant. I like that. I actually think that is a very succinct bullet point. Um, and it's solid. I'm not sure you really want to keep this employment because it's only there for like a couple of months, but this is actually a very solid bullet point. Let's see then. Built power ups. Just okay, that's fine, but not a lot of the full stack positions were using SharePoint. Then independent contractor provided administration store code cluster user. Okay, this doesn't tell me anything. So right away, the entire first part of your resume, I don't see anything I can really use. I get they're here, but managers, when I sort of first started recruiting, I would submit resumes like this to managers, and they despised it when I first started. And I learned eventually that managers do not like this because this doesn't give a grasp of your skills. We need that in the bullet points. So your entire first page is largely irrelevant. And it looks like you have good experience when I take time, but recruiters are not going to take time, nor can hiring managers. They have 15 seconds. So let me look at the rest of this, which is provided technical and sourcing for BS preference, personalized relationship. Okay. Tailored solutions, wrong database. Yeah, I don't see anything here. There is 2 pages and I found almost nothing I need. Okay, yeah. So this is not a good resume. And this is a bullet point issue and a formatting issue. So let me go to my website real quick, which is also below there where you submitted it. And I want to show you specifically what formatting in a resume and how it should look like is going to be. So, this is admittedly for a barista position, which is exceptionally different than a full stack software engineer. But this is the formatting that I would like you to use. Okay. This part is fine. I see over here. Yeah, that part's fine. So I want you to do your education right here, just real quick. Then I want your work history. I don't want that giant blob of a skills section that doesn't tell me anything. Then I want to see your title, whatever, italicized. And then I want to see bullet points like this. The first bullet point needs to be a summary of your duties, which you actually did do very correctly in this one. This is a good bullet point. I don't think it's related too much to full stack. You definitely have the React Angular, but they usually like to see the languages first up. But this is how you would write a solid bullet point. So this is actually a solid summary bullet point. Then I needed to show how your skills are, and I want to see it here. All right. You don't, in this case, you could have a tool skill use section, but I wouldn't recommend it. I want to see you write them out like this. If you like, come by the stream. I would be very glad to help you out, tell you how to write these bullet points, because right now I can understand why you're not going to get a lot of traction with your resume. It's because there's nothing a recruiter or to that part, possibly a hiring manager would be able to find in this. Because what it really kind of looks like is you're a SharePoint web developer who did .NET. Like that's kind of it because these need to be in the bullet points. So I don't want to just like make you depressed or anything, but this is how, unfortunately, this is how people get jobs is to not this type of resume. Basically, is you need to have this type of resume. This is the resume meta essentially, which is exceptionally nerdy, and I don't know if anybody would actually understand what I just said in regards to that, but I need that resume to be redone, both formatting and bullet points, like just from the ground up. Because I don't think anybody's going to really move you forward that much. It is possible when the market improves, a third party agency recruiter would ping some of this and maybe would get you an interview, but you don't want to just rely on agency recruiters, especially when the IT market is still down. There's not a lot of them reaching out. So that is my review. Again, I don't want to be like too cruel or depress anybody with this, but I want to make sure I am the harshest I can on this resume so that when you remake it and you send it in, you can get a job. So that's it for me. Stop by the channel and I'd love to help you out. So